Srimati Umashri, Honorable Minister of State for Women and Child Development, Empowerment of the Differently Abled and Senior Citizens and Kannada Culture, Government of Karnataka. Shri R.V. Deshpande, Honorable Minister for Large and Medium Scale Industries and Tourism, Government of Karnataka. And Mr. Kevin Murphy, Chairman of PATA. To begin today's media briefing, Mr. Kevin Murphy will read some remarks.
Shri Anant Kumar, Honorable Minister for Chemicals and Fertilizers, Government of Karnataka. Srimati Umashri, Honorable Minister of State for Women and Child Development, Empowerment of the Differently Abled and Senior Citizens in Kannada and Culture, Government of Karnataka. Shri R.V. Deshpande, Honorable Minister for Large and Medium Scale Industries and Tourism, Government of Karnataka. PATA members present, ladies and gentlemen of the media. Good morning and welcome to the PATA Travel Mart 2015 media briefing session. The Pacific Asia Travel Association, PATA, is delighted to be here in Bangalore, Karnataka, close to the 38th PATA Travel Mart. Asia Pacific's premier travel trade show connecting buyers and sellers from around the world to the Asia Pacific region. Founded in 1951, PATA is a not-for-profit membership association that is internationally acclaimed for acting as a catalyst for the responsible development of travel and tourism to, from, and within the Asia Pacific region, providing aligned advocacy, insightful research, and value-adding events to its member organizations. We are delighted to once again hold PATA Travel Mart in India, with previous travel marts organized in Hyderabad in 2008 and in New Delhi in 2011. It's nice to see some of our media representatives here today who were with us at those earlier PATA Travel Marts as well. However, today I'm here to talk about the PATA Travel Mart 2015 and the many activities that have already taken place and will take place over these few days, all in an effort to build business for our members and our industry colleagues in India. This year, PATA Travel Mart stands tall as Asia Pacific's most value-adding and cost-effective networking and contracting event. Last Friday, we held an immensely successful PATA Youth Symposium, generously hosted at Christ University. And those of our delegates who attended the event were highly impressed by the engagement and enthusiasm of the students, which bodes well for the future of tourism organizations here in Karnataka. Yesterday, in partnership with Focusrite and Connecting Travel, we held a technology forum. It was extremely well received by the delegates in attendance. And this afternoon, we'll hold an investment forum in partnership with Forward Hotels India. Furthermore, we will again be holding PTM talks during PATA Travel Mart over today and tomorrow, where delegates have the opportunity to gain valuable insights from such organizations as 2031, Open Destinations, Asia Oasis, Wild Asia, and Kinye Soksavike. Over the years, PATA Travel Mart's continued success has been due to its ability to continue to add further value for our delegates and members, while striking the right balance between quality and quantity for our registered buyers and sellers, and bring to their attention destinations that deserve greater recognition and understanding for the future traveling publics. Let me share some official PATA Travel Mart 2015 figures with you. This year, I'm pleased to announce that PATA Travel Mart has welcomed a total of 456 sellers and 226 organizations and 28 destinations. On the buyer side, we're pleased to announce that we have a total of 242 buyers from 233 organizations from over 50 source markets. Altogether, we will have brought together nearly 1,000 delegates from 57 destinations. The Government of Karnataka and PATA events team have worked extremely hard this year to ensure high-quality buyer-seller appointments with more than 10,000 pre-matched appointments over the next 2 days. They're all busily doing that while we're here. We'd like to thank our hosts, the Department of Tourism, Government of Karnataka, for all of their help and support at the PATA Travel Mart and all the other events surrounding it. And those of us who've had the opportunity already to witness some of that hospitality, I'm sure, have already been very impressed with both the colour and variety and value of what we've seen, but also the future potential for others. We'd also like to thank all of our various sponsors for the various events. Their support has ensured that this mart, like others before it, is a success. We're very proud and honoured to be here in Karnataka, India, as this country has great potential and many attractions to offer the international visitor. I hope all delegates will take time to explore the many wonders it has to offer. Lastly, I'd also like to thank our PATA members for their continued support and dedication for the organization, without which, of course, none of this would be possible. And to our media friends here today, we look forward to hearing from you and any questions you may have with regard to how we can better explain the efforts and the values of both Karnataka and PATA at this time. Thank you, and have a great PATA Travel Mart.
Good morning, friends. At the outset, I want to congratulate our Honorable Minister for Tourism, as well as Honorable Minister for Heavy Industries, and one of the senior leaders of the state, Shri R.V. Deshpande Sahab, for making this 38th PATA Travel Mart a very grand success. He and his entire team has worked day in and day out, and they have created this wonderful PATA Travel Mart and this exhibition, and it in a way depicts the rich heritage and cultural potential of Karnataka, especially that recreation of Maharaja Darbar is wonderful. And with great humility, as a former Union Minister for Tourism, Deshpande Sahab, hats off to you. I also want to recognize our guest and the Honorable Minister of Republic of Indonesia, Sri Igede Pitana, and we have our President of PATA, Sri Kevin Murphy. Sri is Mr. And our Honorable Minister for Women and Child Development, as well as Kannada and Culture, Srimati Umashri, the CEO of PATA, Mario Hardy, the Principal Secretary for the Ministry of Tourism, Karola Saab, and the Secretary for Culture Ministry, Tourism Ministry, Government of India, Sri Vinod Jasti, our Honorable Minister for Health Education, Patil Saab, and my dear friends. At the outset, I want to say only one thing. As soon as I came in, I was telling the same thing, that both myself and Deshpande Saab will fight only in elections, not otherwise. Other than the elections,
we both work together, both Government of India as well as Government of Karnataka, for the benefit of people of India and people of Karnataka, and more so the development of tourism in the state as well as India. Dear friends, I am very happy to place on record, under the dynamic leadership of our beloved Prime Minister Shri Narendra Bhai Modi, there has been a galloping increase in the inbound tourism arrivals to India. It has been a 9% increase, and it has been a 15% increase in the overall growth of hospitality sector. Not only that, we have taken many initiatives at the central level. One of the major initiatives is that that is very important, because in this PATA travel month, more than 66 countries have participated, more than 1100 delegates have come, and the credit goes to the Government of Karnataka under the leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister, as well as stewardship of our Honorable Tourism Minister Deshpande Sahab. And in recent times, especially in last 1 year, the Government of India has expanded the facility of visa on arrival. We have also changed the nomenclature. We have made it e-tourist visa, and nowadays, last year it was available only for 12 countries. Now we have extended it to 43 countries, sir. And during this PATA travel month, I want to assure all of you, on behalf of Government of India, we are going to roll out this visa on arrival to 150 countries in the world. That is in a way going to open the doors of hospitality and tourism for India. Not only that, we have come out with two major infrastructure development programs. One is Hruday. Hruday means heart, but the expanded version of Hruday is Heritage City Development and Augmentation Yojana. We have a plan with the allocation of 500 crore rupees, that is nearly $100 million, of development of Varanasi, Amritsar, Ajmer, Mathura, Gaya, Kanchipuram, Velankani, Badami, Amaravati, Warangal, Puri and Dwaraka. And the second ambitious program is Prasad, that is pilgrimage rejuvenations and spiritual augmentation drive. And not only that, we are working on various circuits. Already Buddhist circuit is there. We are going to strengthen it. We are going to add a coastal circuit to it. And with a coastal circuit, we are going to add one Himalayan circuit. And we are also going to add one Sri Krishna circuit. 2 days back, we had Krishna Janmashtami, and Sri Krishna circuit will be one of the most, I think, inspiring circuits, so that like Rama circuit, when we think of Rama circuit, that the various places of pilgrimage of Lord Rama in India, connecting it with Sri Lanka. Therefore, that will be the Rama circuit. Thailand, Cambodia, the entire eastern sector, and the Sri Krishna circuit is also on the anvil. And together, for all these infrastructure rejuvenation and new circuits, we are going to, the Government of India, led by Narendra Bhai Modi, has allocated 1000 crore rupees. That 1000 crore rupees in this budget is nearly $50 million US. Lastly, dear friends, that I was speaking about this visa on arrival, and I am also happy to say in last 3 months, more than 1,15,000 inbound tourists have availed this facility. That means from 12 countries to 43 countries, from 43 countries we are going to make it to 150 countries, therefore you are welcome. Lastly, we have also announced one program, the IVFRT, the project on online visa application, processing and monitoring. IVFRT is being implemented across the world and within the country. This global outreach will include 177 missions across the world, 81 immigration checkposts, ICPs, 13 foreigners regional registration offices, and 716 foreigners registration offices across the world. Therefore, whenever, and this online facility which is available for 24/7 will remove all the obstacles. Whenever somebody wants to travel in India, enter into India and travel outside India, go from India to different destinations, his travel documents and the facilitation will be done in real-time basis. And for that, whatever the platform, the global outreach platform is required, that IVFRT has been established by Government of India. My dear friends, ultimately, I think Deshpande Saab also shares my feelings regarding tourism sector, little done and vast undone. We need to do lot, because India per se is a percussor of culture and tourism, and unlike other countries, India can offer all types of tourism, from health tourism to yoga tourism to nature tourism to wildlife tourism. The bandwidth is huge, from mountains to oceans to whatnot. Therefore, that is the possibility of India, that is the potentiality of India, and more so Karnataka. From which state I hail, Karnataka is the crucible of the finest thing the India presents and India represents, in every sense of the term, in culture, in heritage, in health, in diversity. I think, therefore, once again I welcome all of you to this Pata Travel Mart, and it reminds me, and nostalgically, I also remember my days as tourism minister twice in Atal Bihari Vajpayee's government, in 98 and in 2000, and I am very happy to inaugurate the expo side of Pata Travel Mart 2015. Thank you, my dear friends.
All the 350 booths, am I right? All the 350 booths are functioning. Very rarely I find, when an exhibition is opened, all that starts on the first day. So, compliments have to go to all the colleagues and the committee headed by Lata Bai, Development Commissioner. When you enter, you see the India's, Karnataka's culture, arts, crafts, handicrafts, wine to taste. You are not tasted wine. Wine to taste. Go to the pavilion, all Karnataka cuisine. Dosa Tendri, dosa, idli, rava, everything is there. All. I think the delegates may be enjoying. Sharman Sahib, did you go to the Karnataka Cuisine Pavilion? You enjoyed there? Idli or dosa? You should go there. You should go there. When you come to Karnataka, you should take him. And what about Hardy, what you did? At least your wife might have gone and come, Mrs. Okay. So, friends, this is a unique opportunity given by PATA to India and more so to Karnataka. As rightly put by the Honorable Minister Anand Kumar, tourism is also dear to the Prime Minister because he has categorically mentioned this on the Day of Independence speech and also when I was in Australia. Let me be honest, a lot has to be done and little has been done. So efforts from Government of India and the state governments is going to go a long way. We want fullest support from PATA to see that India becomes the destination of tourism in the world. Please understand this. You tell me, you look at our heritage, look at our culture, you look at our cuisine, arts, crafts, civilization. I think we are really great. God has blessed us. So, it is up to friends in the world to understand what is the tourism potential. This meet between buyers and sellers is going to bring closer India to all the buyers and sellers. All the tourist destinations of this country, tourism products of this country are going to be discussed, deliberated, decided, and next year program is going to be decided. So I would urge PATA and all the buyers, sellers to ponder over this and try to sell the Indian products. As I said, Karnataka. So tell me what is not there in Karnataka. I always say except the snow, which I can artificially create. I have everything on the earth. What, Mr. Mohandas, what are you calculating? Okay. So you just see the Patalkal and the Hampi or World Heritage monuments of the Vijayanagar Empire, UNESCO's. You tell me, you want forest, you want wildlife, you want adventure tourism, you want ecotourism, you want wellness tourism, coastal tourism, beach tourism, you name them, I will take you. Any delegate here who wants to visit any type of product which he likes, I will send him to show. Free of cost if somebody wants to go. At my cost. Tourism department is not willing, Siddharama is not willing, at my cost. Okay? So we are here to showcase India in this meet. And more so Karnataka. If this meet is successful, it is effort of everybody. From my Chief Minister, from the Prime Minister, from Anand, from Tourism Minister, to a few who has worked hard day and night for this country. Everybody has cooperated. It's the corporation, it's the PDA, it's the police, every department, even the exhibition authority here. They have done a great job. And more so the delegates. Because 1100 delegates to register and come is not an easy task. From 61 countries and from parts of India. Every Indian state is represented here. every union territory is represented here and 61 countries. So I thank them all that they have made India as their destination. Government of India Tourism Ministry, just for Anil Kumar's information, has sanctioned a coastal circuit for us. But in the new program, the entire coast is getting linked, coast of the entire country. So a proposal was asked, we have submitted, we have received approval. But more than that, I had met the Prime Minister also recently, about a month and a half back, and also Mr. Javadekar. See, if you go to Cambodia, you go to Bali, you go to any other country which has a coast, the beach resorts are 50, 60, 80, 40 meters away from high tide. It's a CRZ regulations. Here, we can't do anything 500 meters. So, a committee was constituted under chairmanship of Swaminathan. A report has been given to Government of India and it's well received by the Environment Ministry. Because tourism is one area which protects the environment. It is friendly with environment and equality. And I met Javadekar here also, the Honorable Minister and the Prime Minister. Both are keen to relax. So if you can, when you get back, if you can make this agenda as your top priority, you will be getting a great help to the country in building tourism on the coast of India. We are also very careful. We have more than 80-90 beaches in 320-kilometer coast from Goa to the Kerala border, but we have not identified everything because we don't want to exploit. We want to protect our environment. So we have identified about 44 beaches and 3 or 4 islands. So I think you should take it up. It will give a big boost for the coastal tourism. Secondly,
I should say no to chemical and petrochemical and yes to tourism.
yeah. So, secondly, one more thing important is we have submitted proposals to Government of India for a heritage circuit. No, sorry, it is in the process. Heritage circuit and the wildlife circuit. These are our strengths. I would require your support, cooperation in that direction. The Minister of Tourism also has said that he would cooperate. Friends, we are here to build tourism in the interest of our youth, in the interest of our tourists. Today, tourism is one industry. I had a long tenure as Industries Minister, a decade tenure. Today, what tourism can create, wealth and environment, no other department can create. Keeping everybody happy, keeping a smile on everybody's face, this is an industry which can generate large extent of employment and that to local people, unskilled people, skilled people. So we should all work together, PATA, Government of India, state governments, delegates here, to see that we take up the challenges and convert them to our advantages and opportunities. In that direction, we'll have to all work. And I'm sure in Karnataka, we are giving a lot of thrust on infrastructure. Because infrastructure is key for everything. Last mile connectivity, we're trying to see cleanliness, security, especially of women tourists, all are getting resolved and all are in pipeline. We have been very aggressive on promotion and publicity also. We have been doing that also. And we are also looking in transparency. The tourist who comes not only from abroad, within the country also, should know what are the tourist facilities available and where and how they can take advantage of that. So rating agencies have been appointed, infrastructure corporation has been created. With all this, I think, with the help of PATA, all Government of India, everybody will march ahead. I thank the chairman, all the colleagues from PATA to have this meet here, and I'm sure with everybody's cooperation, we'll do a great job. Again, thank all my guests. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Now we have some time to take some questions. Do you have any questions from the media delegates out here today? Sorry, just we'll hold off on questions. I think our product chairman will just make a couple more comments before we go to the Q&A. So let's hear from Mr. Kevin Murphy.
Okay. Thank you, ministers, for your words and recommendations today. PATA has been involved with the Indian travel sector and the Ministry of Tourism here over many decades. And we, by our continued commitment to re-engage here in India, and as you heard earlier, this is our third PATA travel mart in recent decades in India. We're very encouraged and welcome the evolution of the e-visa program. And we look forward to further fine-tuning that will further encourage international visitation to a country that we have always recognized has a wealth of heritage, culture, people, and fascinating sites that more of the world should see, and more of the world is interested to see. And as you look around you, the growth that you've seen through the opening of the present electronic visa program, while encouraging, is only the tip of what could happen with further fine-tuning, while still meeting with the technology of today any concerns there might be with regard to security or other matters. The length of application of those visas, both electronic and others, is part of that fine-tuning we'd like to encourage. At present, the length attributed to visas limits repeat visits by many of those who come for the first time to India. And the extension of double or multiple entries on visas in the future makes it likely that more and more first-time and second-time visitors will become third and fourth-time visitors. As the balance of international travel has swung towards the outgoing populations of the Asia-Pacific region, the opportunities for growth in international visitation more and more come from populations within the immediate area, and no longer, as it was in the past, exclusively the very long-haul markets out of Europe or North America or Australasia. So again, while the pattern of that travel has changed, it also presents a lot more potential than even 5 years ago or 10 years ago. And among the further refinements that we hope and know that the Indian government is considering with regard to the visa process is perhaps to further refine some of the current aspects of that fall more into line perhaps with continued evolution with some of the other directives and new intentions of the government with the Made in India program and others of that nature. Two little examples perhaps to take back and help you in your arguments with change. Current business visas to India require commitments to be shown from businesses in India, when in actual fact the process should allow for clear identification and verification at source through your consulates and others of the establishment, the proper establishment of those businesses interested to come. I think that would widen the number of businesses willing to come and look around without wanting to either make an early commitment to a partner situation in India, or even require. What we do know in tourism is that business breeds investment as well, and not just in tourism. The business traveler around the world goes to a destination for the first time, and if he or she has any time to enjoy that destination, ultimately it becomes one that they also want to come back to with their wife or partner or families. And that in turn adds more potential to your visitation. The limitation on multiple entries means that those vast hundreds of millions of people who now fall within the Asia region, who think nothing short-term of jumping on a plane for 3.5, 4.5 hours, taking short holidays. India currently, in that visa program, limits themselves from a lot of that potential. I can say this with both a great deal of respect and admiration for the Indian tourism product and all of the Indian tourism product that is still to become known to the world. I personally have been traveling here since 1970. I've made over 90-something visits to India. In adding up the time that I've spent in India,
complete the century.
well, in adding up, I would if they made it easy to only do it on one visa for 5 and 10 years. It would be wonderful. You'd see me more often. However, my son, who's a bit of a statistician, added up some years ago the amount of time I've actually spent in India since 1970, and it now exceeds 2.5 years of my life, of those last 45 years. I'd like to turn now back to yourselves, the media representatives, and welcome any questions to Sri Deshpande.